things will never be the same. Because the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys. This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Rip your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! You take so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, January 17th, 2023, and this is episode number 617 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Bed, Bath and Body Works, and beyond.
Kelly Harris.
WrestleMania coming to you live from beautiful Jeddah.
Someday.
And our good buddy Mahoney. What's up, Mahoney?
Oh, Mahoney couldn't make it. It's only me, Jose, too.
Jesus.
Oh, Jose 2, it's Jose 3. Sorry, I forgot I had my mic off.
Oh, that's okay. I'm taking this call from the hotel room in Chicago.
Oh, Chicago, you get a hot dog.
You know it.
Plain
What-
hot dog.
What you
I
get
got-
on that hot dog, Jose
I got
2?
12. I got 12 plain hot dogs. I put them in my shower, and then they warm themselves up each morning when I wake up.
Oh, so you're making a hot dog cereal?
You're a genius.
Oh, God.
There's a lady on TikTok who makes hot dogs by boils them on the stove, and then she will make tea in the water because she's like, that way you're not wasting the water and it doesn't taste like hot dog. And I'm like, lady,
It tastes like hot dogs.
it tastes like hot dog. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah, you're a fucking
Also,
liar.
if you're eating hot dog and drinking tea at the same time, you're a goddamn lunatic. So I don't trust anything you
Well,
say.
no, I think the implication is that you made hot dogs at some point. There's still
No.
water sitting on the stove.
No, this is TikTok. I'm literally watching her. She's pouring the tea right in there with the hot dog.
No, I don't think that's what you saw or heard.
I'm being gaslit.
That's fucking horrid, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Everybody's so creative.
Hot dog flavored tea water is my favorite Limp Bizkit album.
Every Jose has a different favorite Limp Bizkit album.
Oh, that's fucking horrendous. Just horrible. Like, you know what you should do with hot dogs? Eat the hot dogs. Don't fucking dress them up with any fucking bullshit, man. Like, don't make your tea. Don't fucking cram a guacamole inside of a hot dog.
Yep.
Like,
Yep,
whatever
just
fucking
turn-
nonsense
just-
you're gonna do.
Just turn that shit sideways and eat it up.
Cramming guacamole inside of a hot dog is the future liberals want, Lee.
Just plain glizzies.
Oh, holy shit. I drove by, we were out and about the other day and drove by a tire place, and the sign out front, they'd reworked the sign, all the marquee letters, take it down and put it back up, and it said, "Not our gas stoves, Joe." I'm like, you guys. Jesus Christ. You fucking guys.
I saw something in this whole gas stove discourse. I saw something that suggested most ghost sightings can be attributed to hallucinations brought on by gas stoves, by carbon CO2 or what is it, CO2 poisoning, carbon monoxide poisoning, whatever.
Amazing.
I'm willing to believe that. Sure.
It
That
makes sense if you think about it.
Yeah,
My
but
favorite
also-
part about the whole gas stove debacle is that they're like symptoms.
that no
of-
one ever said they weren't going to take them away.
Well, there's that, of course, but that's like a given to any internet scandal. Is it's like
Right.
all based in overreaction and hyperbole.
There
And
are.
then-
I think California is talking about banning them because they do cause asthma in young children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're talking about banning new ones. You won't be able to buy
Right.
a new one, but if you have one, they're not going to show up at your house and take it. And of course, all the conservatives are out there like, pry it out of my cold dead
Yeah,
hands.
I'm
It's
gonna put all my
no one
guns-
wants your dirty ass
I've
broken
never
stove.
loved anything like I love my gas stove.
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
gonna put all my guns in my gas
then-
It is
stove.
better than
you
cooking
come
with
and take
electricity.
it.
Electric is a pain in the ass. I would
They're
definitely
out-
prefer gas. For sure.
They're out there screaming about how much they love their gas stoves and how ridiculous it is, looking like absolute fools. And then people are like, symptoms of CO2 poisoning include overreactions, being prone to anger, like all of these like traits that they're exhibiting. And it's like, so you got a gas stove, you say? Interesting.
That's very fucking funny.
It's great.
That's
That's my
very funny.
favorite part.
I do miss my gas stove though. We had it in the old house, and the new house has electric, and it's way hard. It took a lot longer to get the hang of it, and I hate the fucking flat range. I can never get it clean right. Like, ugh.
Yeah, you can never clean well, I'll say this. You can't clean a glass top stove, electric stove. You also cannot clean a gas range either. Like,
No, that's true.
that shit's next to impossible to clean too.
Nah, that's true. So I think what we all learned, the big takeaway from this show, is just don't clean your stove. Fuck it. What's the point, right?
Yeah, it's just gonna get dirty again 2 seconds later.
Just click on top of the filth. It adds in a little extra layer of flavor. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
While you're
had
at it,
both.
fuck vacuuming too.
Doesn't matter. Man, I can't wait until my kids are old enough that they don't leave toys on the floor and I can have a robot vacuum my whole house.
The robot vacuum is pretty nice.
I cannot wait.
Vacuuming was one of my chores, so Mahoney, you should put that on one of the kids. Nah, they'll do it wrong.
No.
No,
Yeah.
remember they don't do chores.
Right, that's right.
They don't do
that's right.
chores.
I had to get the lines
is-
just right, like I was a fucking baseball field groundskeeper.
My dad used to be like that with the lawn. And then he'd be so pissed at me because the lines wouldn't be right. And he'd be screaming at me, "Don't you see it?" And I'd be like, "I do not." And then we found out I needed glasses. I was like, I legitimately do not see what you were talking about.
Yeah, we gave
And then
the
they
dishes
stuffed
to
you
Zoe
full
a
of
couple years
bread.
ago. And she gets a little pissy about it once in a while, and I'm like, "Look, it's the one fucking thing you do," and I don't want to do it. I fucking wash dishes at home forever. I wash dishes professionally for a number of years. Guess what? I'm not washing the fucking dishes anymore. You don't want to wash the dishes? Fucking move out. That's when you'll stop doing the dishes. God, Dad. But yeah, that's right.
Doing
Oh,
the dishes
man.
sucks, though.
It
Oh
does.
yeah, that's why I don't do it anymore. But that being said, she cannot pack the dishwasher for shit, and it does drive me crazy. But not crazy enough that I'm willing to take the dishes back over again.
Wait. She's complaining about using a dishwasher, like it not hand washing them?
Well, no, she has to put them away, like take the clean shit out, put the dirty shit in. It's a whole
All right.
thing.
All right. Never
It's-
mind.
y-
Never. I
right.
take back my
Yeah.
sympathy.
Right.
Tell her I do the dishes by hand twice a week.
Right. Yeah. There's any number of things you can say because these children have faced no hardship. They just gotta
Unreal.
realize that the world is terrifying and horrible. I'm trying to prep Zoe as much as possible. I'm trying to get Zoe scared straight for life.
We have those conversations every so often with our children where one of them will say some kind of weird thing. One of them will say something about like oh, like, why do you think that person like doesn't want to talk to their mom? And I'm like, hey, not everyone has a nice mom. Like, you understand that? Like, some parents are not nice.
Yeah. Let me introduce you to some friends.
Yeah.
Fucking Nicole and I both got stories. Swear to God.
Juggalo John
man.
says the best is a gas range and electric oven. Fucking what? Is that even possible?
What are they?
That's just
separate?
complicated.
What do you got? An electric oven with like a camp stove on top?
He's got so many.
Yeah,
he's got 3 stoves.
Fucking
got-
Johnny Stoves over here.
Stove John.
He's got his gas range that he uses just for the burners, but it still has an oven that he doesn't use. Then he has an electric oven where he doesn't use the fucking burners on top. No. Yeah, whatever. And then he's got a third one that's all kosher.
Yeah, no, what you gotta do, you don't need any of that shit, because you gotta shower. So you take your food, you bring it with you in the shower, you put it on the ground in the back where it don't get wet. You take your nice warm shower, your food's warmed up. Boom.
I hate everything you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not putting no food in no back of no shower.
Yeah, you put it at the bottom of the shower. You let the water run through it because the water is what cooks it.
You bring a handful of spaghetti in with you hard, it comes out small.
It's the exact opposite of when I go into the shower.
I couldn't even get it out.
Oh, stupid.
Ridiculous.
So while we were off, watched Wednesday with the fam all the way through.
Nice.
That's pretty fucking cool. But it was a good time.
I did the same. It was a good show.
Yeah. It was fun. Like, it's just, a CW fucking magic school show that they slapped
absolutely.
the coat
Yes.
of Addams Family paint on.
Right.
But it's fun.
It's Riverdale Harry Potter.
Yeah. And you know what? Riverdale's fucking great. So of course
Yeah.
it was good.
I really liked pretty much all the Thing effects. Like, Thing always looked really good.
Thing
I felt
is
like.
dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you
just
watched any of
always looked great.
the behind the scenes about Thing?
No.
So
but, like, I know that
he's a magician. They hired
Okay.
him just based on his hand movements and the way he could act with his hands. What's fucking cool is he's on set all the time in the little Green Man costume, and then they put a prosthetic wrist stump like up on top of his wrist, so you've always got the stump in the shot. It's fucking cool.
that is pretty cool. That's pretty dope. I like that.
And he's got to kind of time his movements. Like, he can be under the bed, and he'll have to go from under the bed to standing up and then to the other side of the room. It's cool.
That's
movie
cool,
shit.
though. Yeah, and she's great. That Jenna Ortega, she's fantastic.
She
Well,
is, yeah.
Maybe hear from her a little bit later on during our top 6.
Oh shit, we having a guest?
Look at
Oh, she's calling in.
she's calling in. Yeah, no. So what else?
We got a Jenna Ortega cameo to tell Kelly to stop eating bacon.
Went out Saturday for the first time in a long time and hit up karaoke, which is fun. Hadn't done that in a hot ass minute. Had a good time. Did kamikaze karaoke where they had a wheel of genres, just fucking spin the wheel and sing a song.
That's cool.
It did not go well for anybody
Oh,
because like no one got a song that they knew, which was kind of fantastic.
How many people accidentally said the N-word?
None of that, but my friend Jamie got up there, and he's a conservative-ish kind of guy, nothing too crazy. But he got "Killing in the Name" by Rage Against the Machine, which I thought was fucking hilarious.
Oh, they love
One,
that song.
What he claims to have never heard it, which is preposterous. Because
Oh,
we're the same
fucking-
age. At the very least, you must have heard it.
Who was that
But-
dude whose name I can't remember? The guy that was running for governor in Wisconsin and then was gonna be was running for vice president. He looks like
Paul
Eddie
Ryan.
Munster.
Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan, yeah. He
Paul
was killing
Ryan,
in the
yeah.
name of for like one of his campaign songs at one point.
Yeah, I don't think they know what that song's about.
My favorite.
No, but they
They
love it.
never know what any song's about. They don't know what
Yeah.
anything they consume is about. It's all the gas
Yeah, they really
stoves,
don't.
Lee.
It makes sense when like a right winger doesn't know Rage Against the Machine or does not know any of their songs. What's funny is when they're like, "Oh man, I can't listen to Rage Against the Machine anymore. They've gotten too political."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rage has gotten
Gotten.
too political as my fucking
When
favorite.
you see
Yeah.
people tweeting at Tom Morello like, "Hey man, stay out of politics. Just stick to rocking." Motherfucker, are you new here?
It's ridiculous.
What machine do you think we're raging against?
They're like, the goddamn printer. I don't know.
The gay agenda?
Yeah, the printer is a son of a bitch. We all know that. You got fresh toner, motherfucker.
You remember the story? I think it was when he left office. He drove off playing Last Resort.
I do remember that.
That's a Michael Scott move.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy sucked. I'm glad he fucking fell into obscurity. That guy sucks. I'm sure he's a millionaire now, though. That's pretty cool to think about. Just got rich looking out for him. Nobody. Oh, what
Just
else? What else we
himself.
got?
Just himself and other dudes that look just like him.
Oh, I fucking finagled myself a fancy as fuck free Voltron, and I'm very excited about it. It's an all-time solid, just fucking gambit that paid off.
Your erection was so pronounced. Just your like,
Oh, it was so great.
yeah, your
You
metaphorical
could see the
erection.
shadow in all of your
Yeah.
pictures.
It's so great, so fucking cool. So they opened up. There's like a toy shop here in town, like a legit nice toy shop. And they have everything from your fucking. Actually, they might not have any Funko Pops. It's kind of amazing. But they got shit that you actually like. They got everything from like Legends and Black Series and shit up to FXs and Mezcos and shit like that. So nice stuff. And I got to know the lady who runs the place pretty well, and we just bullshit and chat and whatnot because I'm up there fairly often at this point. And like they got a fucking HasLab Galactus up there and shit like that too, on top of everything else. And so one day I was like, "Hey, what you got on? What's the price you got on the Blitzway Voltron up there?" And that's the big fancy diecast one. And she's like, "It's $650." And I'm like, "That's actually not terrible. It's only about $700 for this fucking monstrosity." And so it was like, just took a beat and thought about it, and I was like, could I interest you in a trade for the fancy Blitzway Voltron? And she's like, for what? And I says, I got the Lego Voltron from a few years back. It's out of print now. It's got Transformers, all that shit's really dope. It's also really big. I have no need in my life for two big ass Voltrons. You want to swap them? And she was like, well, not like I expect this fucker to go flying off the shelf anytime soon. My kid loves Legos. Let me talk to my son. His son's in high school, and we made that shit happen. I went up there to get something else for Jax, and Zoe was with me. And I walked in as her son happened to be there. I'm like, "Oh shit, is this your son?" She's like, "Oh yeah, this is the guy with the fucking Voltron." And I'm like, "I have it in the car. You want to check it out?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So I go out and I get it, and we're looking at it, and pull it apart. And he's like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool." He's a fucking shy 15-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, "Fuck it, here, all right, let's do it." Fucking swapsies. Went out. I'm just high on life, just super fucking stoked. And Zoe's like, "That was the dorkiest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life." I'm like, "What the hell do you mean?" She's like, "You're all like, hey, I want to compare my fucking Voltrons and this and that, blah, blah, blah." And he was all like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool and this and that." And like, he was just shy because, one, probably because there was a pretty girl there he didn't fucking know.
Yeah, I was gonna, hold on. That's I have an idea. We need to make Zoe fall in love with this boy.
I would just like to say, I have seen the pictures of Zoe's friend group. That is not the dorkiest thing she's ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely not. No,
Lee,
because they're all fucking
Lee,
nerds.
you need to make this happen. You need to
this
make
could,
this toy shop part of your family.
this kid plays lacrosse. And she's like, "Oh God, you lacrosse." I go, "That means the kid's athletic. He's fucking, he goes to like the fancy private schools. He's smart. Like, come on, man, give a break."
Yeah, no,
And
I
also,
think this kid sounds great.
yeah, he's a nice kid.
He's got toy money.
Got toy
And
money.
I'm like, and also, you're fucking looking at it the wrong way. You're looking at this. What this was, daughter of mine, is an exercise in take your fucking shot, dude. Like, come on. Like, this is a teachable moment. Like, what worst thing that could happen is they've been like, no thanks, and I'd have still my dope ass Lego Voltron. So fucking, go for shit once in a while.
Lee, shoot your shot. Set them up on a blind date.
Well, it's funny to talk about that because she'd been talking for like a week now about this like cute boy who's in her one of her new classes at school, and every day she's like, "Oh yeah, I talked to the cute boy and this and that, whatever." And she's showing me a picture of this kid. He looks unremarkable, but whatever. And today she was like, "I think." The cute boy that I've been talking about? I go, of course, yeah, you won't fucking shut up about the cute boy. She's like, I'm pretty sure he's gay.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, really? Like, why would you say that? She goes, well, I mean, I guess I don't know for sure, but he has really nice, clean, cursive penmanship. And I'm like, yeah, and he goes, and he dots his eyes with hearts. I go, that's pretty fucking gay. that's pretty gay. Like,
Dotting the eyes with the hearts is a pretty good indication. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well have just been wearing a T-shirt that says "Give me that bussy."
Okay, what's the context of him dotting his eyes and hearts?
Yeah, these like notes to Zoe.
You're right. Does he know she's looking?
No, I think that's just
how he does it. Yeah, that's just taking he just dots all of his eyes with little hearts, like all of them.
I mean,
I'm like, yeah, that's pretty gay. Like, I can see that being, okay.
Her generation though, aren't they all a little gay?
I don't know, hard to say, man. But this kid's definitely more than a little gay.
Lee, how many teenagers have you dated recently? How gay were they?
I mean, she's got a few friends that
Lee,
I'm sure would make out if they could. She's got a couple of friends that come over and it's like, hey, these guys are just kiss already, you two.
Oh my god.
All right, so yeah, you need to set her up with Toy Store Boy.
Yeah. Just invite him over for dinner and don't tell her.
Yeah.
You guys want to come over and have a game night?
Okay,
look,
hang
here,
on.
Zoe,
Had an idea. All right, so you take her to the store. You're carrying around a big slushie.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You spill it on the boy, so he has to take his shirt off.
That's
okay.
This
never fails, Kelly. I've seen this.
Yeah, this is the way to go. I've seen this in movies.
Because he's going to have those lacrosse muscles.
Yeah. Yep.
He's probably shredded under that. He's got to pop that top.
He probably is pretty fucking shredded, actually.
And then Zoe's just going to turn into a cartoon wolf and go, "Auga, auga."
It's going to be so funny. She won't be able to talk.
Yeah.
It's never no fail. Yeah, exactly.
Next thing you know, exactly, you're going to be in the toy family.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, looking around.
Tristan, I'm sorry.
Family.
Yeah, but imagine. I mean, he already likes things that you like, so
yeah,
you're
exactly.
Yeah,
like your daughter.
Yeah, this is this is a good step.
You're friendly with like the store owners, like they seem like nice people. They're not piece of shit.
Yeah, you traded Voltrons.
Yeah.
We're bonded
you
forever.
Basically,
now.
already are married.
Oh, check this out though. If your families join, it's basically like you're getting your Voltron back.
Yeah. That Lego Voltron was your dowry.
I was just going to say, you should be able, honestly, to be like, hey, man, give me back that Lego Voltron, and I'll set you up with my daughter.
Nah, he doesn't need
That's
two
how
Voltrons.
you get two. I don't need two.
You
But man,
don't need half the shit you got.
Give me
things we can't take back.
a discount card, and I'll set you up with my daughter.
There you go.
It's fucking great though, man. It's got it's just so fucking fancy. It's got it comes with little pilots, all the pilot figures, but then there are non-removable fully painted pilot figures inside the cockpits of all the lions you can find. There's the big base has got a magnetically sealed door on it that has all the accessories and shit. It's got 5 flight stands for all the lions. You can have them flying through their fucking poses and shit. And it's just remarkably well designed. It's heavy. But all the die cast is in the feet and torso.
Nice.
Practically no die cast at all in the red and green lions at all.
That's brilliant.
And then the sword's probably 8 inches long, all chromed out, looks like metal, but it's made of a really it's practically weightless, super super lightweight plastic. So the arms can always support it. It's genius design, very very well done. Very, very well done. Who would have guessed this ultra premium thing's pretty high quality? Who would have guessed?
Shocking. I mean, stranger things have happened.
Yeah, you could have opened
true.
it, and it could have been like a Super 7 figure.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, that's a very good point. And then the last thing I'll talk about is real quick. Went out, we were going to go see Skinamarink, which is the new fucking horror darling people are talking about. All the horror websites got their big boners over it and all this. And Kelly had shared a trailer for it a few weeks ago, and I was like, this looks kind of crazy. I'm not sure what this is about. So we went to go see the Skinamarink, took Zoe in, and it was nigh unwatchable.
I had no idea it was even getting a theater run.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's the thing. I've gone to see a few things this year that didn't seem like they were going to have a theater run. So let's go support weird shit. You know what I'm saying? I saw Terrifier and that fucking Grinch movie and whatever. So let's go see this one. And it was just, can a movie be an asshole? Because I think this movie's an asshole is the problem. It looks very analog, which is cool. I like that. It looks like it's all grainy and shit like that. Like it's an old movie. I dig that. But we were in there for probably 10, 15 minutes. There wasn't a single line of audible dialogue. Every few seconds, the camera would just cut from one bizarre framed shot to another bizarre framed shot over and over again. Nothing was happening. There was nothing, and it's not the camera's looking at weird stuff. No, it'd be just this weird kind of up close shot of a lamp in the middle of the room. And then it would cut to, now we're looking at a fucking cabinet. And there was nothing happening. Nothing. It was, and it wasn't like it was there's no found footage aspect of it. This is this weird shit no, none of that. It was just, I guess they're trying to build an ambiance or whatever, but I was just fucking irritated.
The person I first heard talking about it on a podcast said they hated the first half of it, but by the end, it was one of their favorite horror movies they've ever seen.
I might give it a shot when it's on Shudder.
It's there. I think it's there already.
Oh, really?
I want to say so. I could be wrong.
I'll have to check, because maybe I'll watch it on Shudder. But I was super fucking irritated in the theater, and on the way in, Zoe saw a poster and was like, "Oh man, Megan's out. I wanted to go see Megan." And when it comes out, I go, "It's been out for 2 weeks." She's like, "Oh damn!" And so instead of her going to see this weird thing, I don't know what it is. I'm like, "Yeah, people say it's cool." And 10 minutes in, it was not cool. And so took my phone out, because it was 3 other people in the theater, and I'm like, oh shit, there's a Megan that's starting right now. I bet, hey, you want to fucking bail? She's like, yes, please. And so we hopped 2 theaters down and walked in just in time for Nicole Kidman to tell us how magical AMC theaters are. So I got to see that goofy bitch do her thing twice, but it was okay. Then we watched Megan, and Megan was fun.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's worth checking out. It's it's nothing groundbreaking. You know exactly what's going to happen every step of the way, but it's fun.
Yeah, but I mean the robot head is creepy as fuck. I'm sure they do some cool shit with it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I saw one
it's
scene where she starts glitching out or whatever, and is doing fucking cartwheels and ninja kicks and shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And you assume it's just a small woman or a young girl in an animatronic head just doing fucking cartwheels.
Yeah, sometimes it's a actress, sometimes it's a puppet, sometimes it's a like a maquette stand-in. Like they do all kinds of crazy shit with her, but it's cool. Would recommend checking out Megan. Maybe watch Get 'Em Rink at Home, but it's not worth it. I can't. Oh, Nicole was like, "Would you have left if Zoe wasn't there?" And I'm like, maybe. I don't know. I probably would have sat it out for me, but I could tell she was miserable. Like if I was feeling not great, I know she was fucking miserable. So went to the safer bet. That's all I got. What you got going on, Nice?
Sorry, we're dealing with some dog stuff there for a second.
Oh no.
Not much.
Making poopy on the floor?
No, she's got a bloody foot, and we've got a sock taped to her foot, and all of a sudden, the fucking sock disappeared. So we're like, where the fuck did this thing go? Did she eat it? And, I'm trying to do the show. Mary's in bed, and then all of a sudden, this dog that was socked is now desocked. So,
well, yeah. You don't want to lose sight of a dog sock.
Yeah. So, did some painting this week.
Fuck, man. Yeah, you did.
And then this weekend it was super chilly, so on a whim, I was like, "Fuck it, let me get $50 worth of chili ingredients and make my award-winning Stampede chili." So I spent the day doing that Saturday.
Shit, son. Yeah.
Then we went to IKEA on Sunday and dropped a bunch of money on glass cases, which have arrived, and I'm putting together tomorrow, and then I'm opening turtles and putting them inside.
Oh shit, son! It's time.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna open so many toys, but now I'm like, fuck. Not much is gonna fit in there. Where else can I put shit? But those are the important things.
Don't worry, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, Lee, you always say you don't have room for things, but then you're like, I guess I can have room.
Yeah, I just start, putting more shit on the walls. Like, hey, these shelves will hang on the wall. There we go. We'll do those.
So yeah, IKEA was fun. We thought about also going to Home Depot, but we didn't know if we had enough time. Yeah, play by ear. You know that scene from Old School?
No.
No.
Maybe Bed Bath & Beyond, maybe Home Depot if we have the time, but we don't know if we'll have the time. And then we rewatched Willow the movie because it's an all-timer, one of my favorites from back in the day, because they got the show on Disney Plus now, and we are,
right.
I think, 3 or 4 episodes in, and it is not what I expected.
Like in a good way or a bad way?
I have the same problem with Wednesday because I'm not a Riverdale guy, but this Willow show is definitely made for a certain age group of people, and so is Wednesday, and so is Riverdale. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, this is weird.
Well, I would imagine the Willow is made for our age group.
You would think.
I would imagine.
You would imagine, right? You would think that Willow, bringing Willow back in 2023, that it would kind of be geared toward, the neckbeard crowd. But no.
Sure.
It's geared toward Generation Z. The actual Willow lore stuff is very inconsequential to the whole thing, I feel. Like, it could have been... They didn't have to call it Willow, is what my point is. It could have been its own thing. But, I'm giving it a chance. But I am groaning at it a lot. And maybe part of it is that I'm an old man, and I can't deal with seeing young people on my television. It makes me feel old. It makes me feel out of touch. But thankfully, with, Wednesday, they're all playing teenagers, but some of those people are, 49.
This just makes me more optimistic for Willow, because I don't like Willow the movie. And then the other day, the kids wanted to watch the trailer for Willow the Show, and I was like, that doesn't look half bad. And now you're like, it's not really like the movie. Doesn't pick up on anything. I was like, good.
Yeah, but like, what version of Willow did you see back then? Is the version of Willow you saw, did it have trolls in it?
The version of Willow I saw was as an adult
Okay.
when Disney Plus came out.
Okay, there you go.
And I said, yucky.
Didn't like the fucking little dudes that fell in the beers and got drunk. Those guys are fun.
Those guys are great. The brownies.
Yeah, those guys are great. The brownies, yeah, those guys are awesome.
So rewatching the movie, one thing that stuck out to me, and I always kind of forget about it, is how good the score is. There's two very distinct themes in Willow. There's the like the very kind of chill, like as they're walking through the countryside, a very chill kind of ethereal music playing, and then there's the we're going into battle music. And for some reason, 4 episodes into the series, like they're only dropping like little hints of those songs in there, but then otherwise the score is kind of generic, if not like a little modern feeling. And then
every time the score kicks in, it's like bump, 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 bump.
And then fucking
Lou Bega comes on
when they are finishing an episode and they're about to go to credits. They do needle drops of like modern music, and then the credits play over that.
That's weird.
It's very
okay. That's a little weird.
It's very A Knight's Tale, but it's like this is a cool thing to put into your sword and sorcery show. But you gotta why is it Willow? Why isn't it just
that's odd.
Who
it works in A Knight's Tale because it's kind of its own thing. Yeah, I liked it there. Yeah.
But like Willow already exists, and it's not like Willow had fucking pop radio hits in it. But then again, maybe we don't have to stick so
fucking ruled you guys.
Okay, so I was thinking about this. The style of Willow would be great for like a Star Wars show where they've done the same thing over and over and over and over again, and you're trying to deviate from that formula and do something a little bit more updated. But this is the first Willow shit we've had in 30 years. Like, make it Willow, right? Like, the reason you're making it is putting them member berries in and getting us millennials to watch it and be like, oh, Willow's so great. But, like, there's not a lot of that member berry stuff. It's its own kind of new story. The show is called Willow, but it is not about Willow. The movie was about Willow, and it was called Willow. But this is not about Willow. It's Willow.
Is Willow the little guy?
Yes.
Okay.
And I hate to say it, Warwick Davis is not a good actor.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad the show's not about him anymore. Like, good. Take the name recognition and throw out everything else about it and be like, here's a sword and a horse. And it's called Willow. Go.
Mahoney loves swords and horses.
You show me a show with a sword and a horse, and I'm instantly interested. It
Highly
doesn't even need
recommend,
dragons. It could be an actual historical retelling of real life. I'm like, fuck yeah. Swords and horses, let's ride.
And then
would recommend Life's Too Short. It's on HBO Max. It's very fun.
They got swords and horses?
There's so
no,
much
they
shit
got
to watch.
they got the little guy from Willow.
Ugh.
We've been wanting to watch everything
Listen, I
everywhere
already
all at
have
once,
Tito in my life.
but we need to.
That one got me.
Happy birthday, Tito.
Happy big 5-0, Tito. Love you. I loved when I said happy 50th to Tito in the group message. And Lee goes, that doesn't sound right. And I go, Lee, he's not older than 50. That's offensive. And he was like, I'm sorry. And I take it back.
I don't know how old anyone is, so I just went with it.
I mean,
Yeah, me either. Yeah. So I'm like, I guess, I thought to myself, why would he lie to me? But then, clearly I know why he would lie to me.
I'll say this.
What a preposterous thing to think.
I'll say this, and I'll preface that, Tito, I love you. I thought it was reasonable, but with the caveat of, for that age, he looks amazing, especially his transformation over the past few years.
Right. The part that makes it the best thing to do is the fact that it is absolutely reasonable that Tito would be 50 years old.
It was within the realm of possibility.
Yeah, because I'm 42. I know Tito is at least a couple years older than me, so
yeah,
it could be. Yeah,
it could be. I got
That's
you
what
all.
makes it a good grift, Mahoney.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a good grift.
This is some real
I know
fucking
what I'm doing.
Cerebral warfare going on.
This is like when Juan pranked you all into believing the yellow Power Ranger died in a car accident.
This is Mahoney rehearsing Tito's 50th birthday.
I don't want to give away the bit, but I am going to wish him a happy 50th birthday for a long, long time.
Yeah, I know something about Mahoney birthday bits. He sticks to them.
Have a day.
Oh my god. What you got going on, Kelly?
I got some stuff. Before I talk about some stuff from later in the week or earlier in the week, I do briefly want to touch on the passing of Jay Briscoe. News broke earlier today that Jay Briscoe, one half of the Briscoe brothers, the current Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, was involved in a horrible car wreck and was killed in the process of it. An immense loss for the wrestling world. Jay is easily one of the most underrated American wrestlers of all time. Just an incredible tag performer, an incredible singles performer. Just brought such an intensity to the ring, and his promos felt more real than possibly anyone else in the business.
Yeah, his promos are scary.
Yeah, like he brought that sense of he's a chicken farmer from upstate from Delaware. Like that's him. That he was that guy, and barring like the Young Bucks, I don't think there is a more influential tag team in wrestling than the Briscoes currently. He was only 38 and leaves behind a wife and
it really is
bunch of kids.
Yeah,
and
that sucks.
Yeah,
going back to
horrible.
Talking about ages, I didn't assume I was older than Jay Briscoe, especially a 20-year veteran of wrestling.
He's been around forever. Yeah. He's like the early Ring of Honor shows. He was, I believe, 18, and Mark just had to accompany him to the ring because Mark was still only 16 and couldn't wrestle.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so it's like he's been doing this forever and has been working at such a high level for so long. You kind of just take him for granted, and it's really.
And in your defense, Nice, he is a road hard looking 30.
Oh yeah,
that's for sure.
And they never really got the shot at like a high level company. Like the highest they ever got was Ring of Honor, and it's like they should have been on AEW TV.
Yeah.
Warner should have pulled their heads out of their asses and seen these guys are money, and it sucks that's never going to happen. So, yeah.
Who knows? Essentially, this is similar, but not the same as when Brody died
Yeah.
You know, while he was on the roster. I mean, he's a tag team champion currently.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's not AEW, and they wouldn't put him on Warner Television, but I could see Tony Khan doing like a whole Jay Briscoe show.
I think they're probably going to do some sort of tribute tomorrow, because just the outpouring of love on Twitter for Jay has been huge. Like, just, and it's not just the boilerplate, like, oh, he was a great guy, rest in peace. It's like people sharing heartfelt stories and moments and stuff. It's like, it's clear he was so beloved backstage. So, it's awful.
That makes me think of the meme that I sent a few of you today. Let me see if I can find it. If I'm ever murdered or kidnapped, please don't make up lies about me. I do not light up a room. Everyone doesn't want to be my friend. People don't automatically take notice of me. I have a smart mouth and 2 friends. Tell 2020 that.
Accurate.
Yeah, that's honest. Yeah, my week's gonna be a handful of people going, "Look, I liked him."
Yeah. I thought he was cool, I guess.
Your
My boy
week
was
is
an
going to be
acquired
filled
taste.
with all of your Optimus Primes. I just want you to know.
Yes!
Set them up.
It's gonna be the robot Optimus shredding the guitar.
Each one in a tiny suit, and then your newest living one is going to strut himself up to the podium and give a speech.
We have to take Lee's body and we have to paint it like in grayscale, like Optimus Prime in the
Yes.
Oh my
Transformers
God.
movie.
And no matter how you die, we're putting a hole in your chest.
Yep.
All right, Lee, call your lawyer. We're updating the will.
Drop the
right there.
paperwork. Yeah.
We're gonna rip your heart out and give it to Jax as the matrix of leadership.
Jax just slowly raises it above his head. It's glowing.
Wait. Where's the heart? We were gonna give it to Jax. Jax is like, way ahead of you, you fucking dorks.
I ate
Got it in a
it.
jar.
Burp. But yeah, so rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Wrestling is going to be much lesser without you. And in other weird wrestling news, Vince McMahon's back.
Oh my god. Oh my
No,
god.
where did Vince McMahon go?
Cancel Town.
Oh,
He got a one-way ticket to Cancel Town.
no wonder he's back, because that
Yeah.
shit never takes.
Yeah, especially when you own 80% of the company and you're like, you know what? I think I'll retire. No.
Not
he's
Vince.
back.
Not Vince.
Forced himself back onto the board. Forcibly removed 3 people from the board of directors,
Oh,
installing himself and 2 of his cronies.
Which then caused his daughter to resign promptly.
Yeah, quote unquote resign. He fired her again.
Yeah.
And this time he made sure it kept because he made her actually resign rather than take a leave of absence.
Oh, that's so fucking cold, man. But, like, that's Vince McMahon.
Yeah. And now he's prepping the company for sale, and apparently one of the big stipulations is that he'll still be in charge after he sells.
And then there was the rumor that ran wild last week that a buyer has been found already, and it's Saudi Arabia, and the deal is done.
Yeah. Well, because the big rumor is that he came back into the company with that deal in his back pocket already.
Mm-hmm.
That he just brokered the deal with the Saudis and was like, all right, cool, I'll get everything ready for you guys.
I'm still not convinced that that's not going to happen.
Right.
100%.
Oh,
It still very well could. You know
I
what mean?
think it will.
What would that look like, though? Would it be different, you think?
I don't
bet
think
there'd be a
it
lot
would-
more pants on the girls.
See, I don't think that because here the Saudi Arabia like that whatever conglomeration they have that allows them to go buy things like their corporation, whatever. it is.
Yeah, the public fund or whatever it's called.
Yes. They own a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm. A good
And
portion of Twitter.
Yes. A lot of it is they leave things the way they are so that people will be like, huh, those Saudis aren't that bad, are they? They didn't do 9/11, did they?
I see.
Oh no.
So it's a lot of that. And like, because I know they own a lot of gaming leagues. They own a new golf league recently.
Mm-hmm.
So they get to make money off whatever they buy, and they also get good optics.
Yeah.
Well, and like
Yeah.
with the golf league, they got a bunch of big name PGA players to hop over because they're paying ridiculous money. So
Yeah, like I think I saw Tiger Woods said something they were offering him like 9 digits.
9
Yeah.
billions.
No, 9. That's like wait.
at
No,
least
that's
100
like
million.
Hundreds of millions,
Okay.
Yeah.
not billions. Billion would be 10
Jesus
digits.
Christ.
Yeah, so and I want to say the Saudis might own part of Nintendo.
Ooh.
I
Wild.
think. I could be wrong on that one. But yeah, it's a lot of they just kind of own these things and just leave them the way they are.
I know they own parts of several journalists.
Yeah. They're going to own parts of some WWE wrestlers.
Oh no. I love the
I'm sorry.
I love the fucking reaction from a lot of Twitter when that rumor hit and they're like, "Oh, this is it. This is it for me in WWE." And it's like, "What? Like this is it?"
No, it's
Like
not.
Yeah.
they've been in bed with Saudi Arabia for years now. The wrestlers were almost what do they
Shanghaied.
call it? Unalived.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon pieced out, left a plane full of his wrestlers there. And now you're like, "Oh, nope, can't do it."
Yeah, no, there's been plenty of times you should have said, "Oh, nope, not doing it
A
anymore."
bridge too far.
Yeah.
I can deal with Vince McMahon owning WWE, but not the Saudis.
Yeah.
America.
I'm just waiting until the discourse circles around and saying if you don't like WWE, it's because you're racist.
Because of the Saudis.
Yeah.
You know? Weaponize it.
Yeah, it's gonna come back around. So yeah, so that's fun. WWE is a dumpster fire, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Apparently, there's more like higher up resignations coming.
The fact that the Vince news came, Stephanie resigned, then the Saudi rumor went wild that night. The fact that nothing else has really happened since, it's real blue balls when it comes to scandals.
One theory is that the Saudi news was leaked internally on purpose to try to attempt to get other potential buyers to up their bids.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Or like testing the waters, seeing what the
Yes.
public reaction would be.
Yes, I think that's also a possibility.
Like, how many of our simps will still stand for us? Stand for WWE.
I can't wait for Vince to walk in and fire everyone that Triple H hired.
Like, you don't want to wish loss of a job on anyone, but
But it would be so fucking funny.
well, the funniest part is William Regal.
Yeah.
But
William Regal gets hired. Now he's backstage at TV every week. Isn't even training his kid like he was promised.
No.
He's traveling more than he was with AEW now.
Ugh.
and it's just a matter of time before the axe falls on Hunter.
Vince is I really want Vince to fire Bray Wyatt just because I think that would be the funniest thing imaginable.
Man, people were really hyped about him coming back, and it's been going real well. I've heard.
I don't think he's wrestled a single match.
I don't think he has either.
I think he's having his first match at the Royal Rumble in the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match.
Are you serious? It's called that?
Yeah.
Okay. What's a
I
Mountain
have to
Dew
assume-
Pitch Black match?
I have to assume they're just going to turn the lights off and have a match.
No,
There was,
it'll be
on-
something Bray Wyatt-y. Come on.
I don't know.
Remember when they had a match inside John Cena's mind?
I think he doesn't want to wrestle.
Well, exactly. And you do the cinematic shit and you don't have to.
True. There was a piece on Voices of Wrestling this week. I think Joey O'Doherty. I think that's his last name. I don't want to sound like I'm just making up an Irish person's name. So I'm going to look.
Oh,
Definitely
Joey
sounds like
O'Doherty.
No, that is right. That is his name.
Joey O'Doherty, if you recall, was the winner of the Lay's Wavy Funyuns onion flavored rings chip wrestling match.
He wrote an article on Voices of Wrestling this week that said Bray Wyatt's Seinfeld pitch, a wrestler who does nothing, and it is tremendous.
Yeah. Oh, Joey O'Doherty.
Definitely sounded like Kelly needed an alibi. Just made up a name on the spot.
Joey. Joey what? Joey O'Doherty? What's your dentist's name?
Look forward to the special Mountain Dew match.
I
sure
will.
it'll be
You know
great.
what? You know, grandstanding and all that. Fucking, I do want to watch the Rumble.
Oh, I watch the Rumble every year. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I have Peacock.
Yeah. There's no ethical consumption under capitalism.
Yeah, no shit.
That's just the way I look at it. It's like no matter what, somehow my money ends up in horrible people's hands.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And how?
yeah. Yeah, and then in non-wrestling things, I've been reading a shitload of X-Men comics.
Specifically, what era?
So, my first, like, what it started was I wanted to reread the Messiah Complex stuff.
That's a good era.
So I grabbed the trades for Messiah Complex, Messiah War, Necrotia, and Second Coming, and binged through all that in like 4 days.
Refresh my memory.
All right.
What's the elevator pitch for Messiah Complex? Was that Magneto?
Messiah Complex is when Hope showed up for the first time.
Okay.
She was the first mutant birth after House of M.
The BB.
Yes. So yeah, so all that stuff fucking rocks.
That's back when like X Factor was basically Cyclops' secret kill squad, and
X-Force.
it was yeah X Force. X Force was a secret kill. It was a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, for like I love anything that from that era that Craig Kyle and Chris Yost wrote. Fantastic. Their new X-Men run is incredible. Some of my favorite X-Men comics ever. The X-Force stuff is great. All their work in those
they're
crossovers is
tremendous.
awesome. Yeah, those crossovers are all great. They all hold up really well. I'm super glad I went back and read those. And now I just want to read a whole bunch of other X-Men stuff. So, as a lover of big dumb apocalypse bullshit, I
Yes.
bought the omnibus for Apocalypse the 12. And I started reading that.
Oh,
And this is my first time reading those books since they came out. So this is my first time reading them as not like an 8-year-old. So boy howdy, is it a lot easier to follow. And like now that I have like context for things and critical thinking skills.
I love it.
Like, but so I haven't even gotten to the start of like the actual event itself yet. I'm still in like all the prelude stuff, which is like the first third of the omnibus. But like, yeah, it's really interesting reading all these issues for the first time as like an adult. And like having vague memories of them from when I was a kid and being like, oh, okay, this all makes sense now. I see why they're doing this. That's why Deathbird is here. Okay. Yeah, I completely forgot that like most of that was all plotted by Alan Davis.
No shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Didn't know he wrote.
Yeah, he dialogued some of the issues, and then a lot of the issues had dialogue by various other Marvel writers.
Huh. I had no idea.
Yeah, no, I had no
At
idea
all.
either. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm gonna go back. I have, like, sitting in my stack of stuff at work, I have Executioner's Song waiting, because I never read that one, and I want to read Strafe and Apocalypse Fight.
Boy, the art in
So
that
you're going hard.
Oh, yeah.
real good time. Wait, Executioners? No, that's the one when they try to kill Professor X, right? What's the one when he goes to Genosha and they all get captured?
That's the other one that I always
Extinction
confuse with-
Agenda or something?
Yes,
Yes,
that's that
yes.
one.
The art in that one is a real trip. Like one guy, there's like 4 artists. One of
Yeah.
them is fucking high on mushrooms.
Yeah, so I have that in my stack. I have I've never actually read any of Onslaught,
Really?
cuz that was directly before I started reading comics.
That was a wild time to be alive, Kelly.
Yeah, so there is like there's a bunch of like trades called Mutant Milestones that kind of just collect events. So there's one for Onslaught, so I'm going to pick that up and read that.
So, how far ahead of you reading comics was Onslaught? Like, was it like, did you? Because right after Onslaught was Heroes Reborn. Like, did Heroes Reborn bring you in?
That's like some of the first Marvel comics I bought were the Jim Lee Wolverine, or the Jim Lee Fantastic Four,
Fantastic Four.
and the Rob
I
Liefeld
got
Captain
that one,
America.
Oh my God! Wow!
Yeah.
Wow! I can't believe that worked.
And they're basically redoing Inferno right now, which is kind of crazy.
Dude, that shit. Dark Web has been great.
It's cool. I like it, but
Yeah,
it's
I'm
just
way into it.
Inferno
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, one
So
thing I need to go back and read from based on the parts of the tie-ins I read was Zeb Wells' New Mutants run. Because like the 4 issues I read or whatever in Necrotia and Second Coming were all good as hell. So now I want to read the rest of his stuff on that book.
Yeah, his stuff's always been really good.
Mm-hmm.
I was very glad when he kind of just popped back up out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, he was gone for a bunch of years. Off writing Robot Chicken.
Comics
Yeah,
are
so
good, you
if
guys.
you got any X-Men suggestions, let me know. We'll see how deep this rabbit hole goes.
All right, you heard the man.
Well, you're gonna have to do Age of Apocalypse at some point.
I do want to, but it's not in print.
Really?
Like there's no like the companion omnibus is in print, and like one of the paperbacks of 3 is in print.
I think.
Yeah, I
of
got
all of my comics. I still have. I only have my Age of Apocalypse.
One of these days I'll
Sanity.
just find it on like archive.org and read it on my tablet or something.
It's around. So what you got going on, Mahoney? Besides fucking building, annexing your neighbors.
Oh my God! What do I
Yeah.
have going on?
Since we started the show, Mahoney got 25% more house.
It's true. It's true. It is about 25% more house. It's a lot of house. We have the whole edition going on. It's thrown everything into chaos here. I am a man of routine and structure.
Mhm.
I don't have a lot of routine and structure right now, and that's been.
I mean,
it's
you
been a
have
lot to deal
you
with.
have a structure.
Well, yeah, I got that. It's like, at one point today, Lisa and I were both working down in the basement. She set up behind me, like directly behind my head on one of the bureau, like dressers we have down here. And she was just screaming directly into my head. And I was like, this is, I cannot wait until we have 25% more house. We can spread out. It's this really weird situation where, like, we need, like, we lose 2 rooms for like 4 months. And so we're like, all right, we got to be really smart. And we can't like have the basement be too crowded because they got to be able to get to like the water heater and We can't have the other closet where the electrical panel is too crowded. Like we can't have the garage have anything in it. Like we've got all this space that we've lost. And so we did this like huge purge, got rid of a bunch of stuff, like the desk chair. I was like, I've had this desk chair for 20 years. I don't intend to have it in the new office. Like it's gone. It's free to somebody. Just come take it away. Like get it out of my house because I don't want to store it somewhere.
Yep.
Like I don't want to keep it. So we're going through this whole thing to try to clear out all this stuff to give us more room. But at the end of it, we're going to wind up with like more storage space than we know what to do with. And it's going to just be so weird to be like, we had to clear out all this stuff. And now we have, like a house worth of rooms where we can store things that like are completely out of the way. And it's a weird dynamic.
Hell yeah.
It sounds magical, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I'll have my very own office. Our bedroom is about the size of a small country. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be very, very good. The laundry will be upstairs. You know when you like do your laundry and then you're like, oh, why is this not where my clothes go? Like, yeah, that problem will be fixed.
Nice.
Taking the laundry out of where the laundry is today means we can put the clothes and stuff in there, and that essentially becomes like a mudroom. Like over time, we're gonna shuffle where the toilet and sink and everything are in there and make that like a mudroom as you come in through the garage.
Is it called the mudroom because that's where you poop?
That's where you poop. Mud butt room. But it'll be great because then that frees up that closet in that like center hallway for like whatever else we want to put in. Like it just everything like clicks into place with just these few small changes. But boy, is it a pain in the ass to do it. And then I got a bunch of shit going on at work, so like home is a mess, work is a mess, like everything is a mess. Like every second of the day is like a disaster.
Oh God,
Coming out of it in like by the summer, everything should be chill. But like right now, oh my God.
Just in time for 19 people to show up and stay a month.
Oh my God, that's right. But in their slightly smaller, less enjoyable guest room. Did that on purpose. And you can tell that I'm stressed out because today I cracked level 100 on Fortnite, which is how I disassociate. When I need to not be thinking about how stressed I am terrorizing children. It has been a time. There's all sorts of like fun things in the game right now with like hammers that you can bounce around with and bows and arrows that you can bounce around with. And like today I launched myself directly over a guy. He had absolutely no idea where I was, and then I smashed a hammer on the back of his head and killed him. And it was so satisfying.
I fucking love running around with Hulk and the hammer because it really is Hulk smash.
It's so good. I was telling you all the other day, it was me and one other guy, and the circle's getting real small, and the storm's like closing in, and it's me, and I see this house, and I'm like, well, he's in the house. And I have a hammer, I have like a assault rifle and a rocket launcher. And so I bounce my way over towards the house, and in midair, I fire a rocket at the house. I immediately see footsteps, kids running. He's scrambling to get out of the house. The whole house is exploding. I'm just raining rockets down on it. And he runs out to the front yard. I hammer over his head and land behind him. And I'm just standing there for a solid 3 count, looking up at him, who he built this little fort, and he's pointing himself at the house with his assault rifle out, like looking for me. And I'm standing behind him with my rocket launcher. I put it like directly into his asshole, like right into his back. Blew him to bits.
You're not coming back from that.
Yeah. I was like, that kid just threw his controller on the ground.
You gotta find your joy where you can get it, man.
You gotta.
Sometimes about the little things.
You gotta.
It's been pretty nice around here lately, so we've had the windows and doors open, and I forget sometimes when I'm playing Fortnite. So I'm just broadcasting to the entire neighborhood, just fuck. This is fucking bullshit.
I'm a recent conversion on the Excalibur rifle, which shoots a sword that then explodes.
Yeah.
And when it first came out, I was like, I'm not into this.
I'm
but
still not a huge
boy, let
fan.
me tell you, I'm super into it now.
Why?
If you can learn how to properly aim it, and like, it's kind of like a bow. You got to aim a little bit ahead. Like, it's a little bit like a bow / sniper rifle. It's not like an AR. You can't just spray it. You got to be precise. But if you can nail the shot, like, it's so, you see them just start scrambling because they got this big ass sword sticking out of their body and it's counting down. It's going to explode. They don't know what to do. It's amazing. And if you get them in the head, that's it. They're done. It doesn't matter what shields they've got. They're dead. But they're not dead right away, which is the best part, right? Hits them in the head. Hits them in the head. It starts that 3-second countdown, and they're just scrambling, and then it's like, boom, red name on the screen, eliminated. It's great. And it'll shoot.
Now who has an audible erection?
Right? It's a good time. It's a good time. We gotta find more times to play and terrorize the children. I felt bad. Nizen, Mary, and Lisa and I got to play one time, and I thought Lisa was driving a car, and she kept crashing it into me, and I was like, "Stop hitting me with the car!" But it was Nice, and I was like, "Oh well, I wouldn't have said that to Nice. I thought Lisa was just." And then she was just fucking around, driving the car around, being silly, crashing into me over and over.
No, it was me.
Oh my god.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this.
Let's fucking do this. Where's my music, Jason Nyes?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Six.
Top 6.
6! I still like 6.
All right, so this week we're looking back at 2022, the year that can go fuck itself. We're doing our top 6 movies.
Why 2022 can go fuck itself? Oh,
I did not have what you'd call an awesome 2022.
yes. Personally, for you, it did not start out extraordinary.
No, we ended pretty strong, but it was a bumpy fucking ride.
Hell
So
yeah!
2022
Ended
can
with that
suck it.
thick ass dick.
Believe it. My working, fully functional dick. Look at that. Look at it go. So we're doing top 6 movies of 2022, and a lot has been made in the past year and a half-ish about how, just movie theaters are different and movies are different and all this and that. And that's all very true. But, I got to looking back over, like Nice in a list of from IMDb that had all the movies from this year, and I looked back over my kind of purchase history through, the Fandango apps and whatnot, and for as much shit as people talked, there was some pretty cool stuff that came out last year, either in the theater or for streaming.
You more than any of us see a shitload of movies, Lee.
Yeah, and I don't feel like I see a lot, not like I used to, but I like to go out, and I still like going to see movies. Still like going. And it's actually better now than it's ever been because most people don't. So it's like there's almost nobody there anytime.
Just you and Nicole Kidman.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, I was going to the movies in 2019 almost all the time. There was almost nobody there when I would go too. So,
right.
If you go at the right time of day, you basically have that theater to yourself.
Yeah, and it's pretty great, And I saw some really weird, obscure shit too because they were just, they're taking chances, putting weird stuff in theaters, and sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's fucking Skinamarink. But you know what? You got to roll them dice. So I'm going to start off with some shout-outs. I'm going to throw a shout-out to Nope, because Nope is pretty cool. I like Nope a lot. Nope's worth your time. It's different. It's shot great. Looks awesome. It's just got, wall-to-wall killer performances. It's very good. Then another, we're going to shout out Jackass Forever, just because it made me feel something I hadn't felt in a long time before and made me laugh so hard my eyes hurt.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was a good time. And then
R.I.P. Bam. Miss you, brother.
R.I.P. Bam. Miss H.H. And then Terrifier 2 almost made my top 6 this year. But it didn't because it's just, it's not like a good movie. It's a spectacle and a half into itself.
Yeah, if you
should definitely watch it.
If you put that in your top 6, like we might need to make some calls.
Yeah, it's yeah. You don't want to be you don't want to be friends with like a Terrifier stan. You know what I'm saying? Like that guy's got some fucking problems. But it's a wild time. I don't regret seeing it, not for a second. So there's that. But my list proper, and this is in no particular order, I guess. I'm starting off with Fresh, which you can find on the Hulu machines, I think still. Fresh is a wild time, man. It was, I think it was a Fox Searchlight movie that they put on Hulu directly instead. Just because they did that a lot for Hulu this year. Put stuff out that wasn't. It could have been theatrical releases, but they didn't. And Fresh, I think, was one of those. Stars Sebastian Stan and what's the girl? The girl who was in Where the Crawdads Sing. That's out now. I forget her name.
Where the Crawdads?
Taylor Swift.
What?
What's that?
What about some
Taylor
Crawdads?
Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift. Yeah. No, the movie
That's
she
the name
was
of the
in.
movie.
Yeah, no, it's Where the Crawdads Sing is the movie that she's in. It's the big one. But they meet, go on a date. Everything's going great. Then when they go to his house and have dinner, he drugs her, and she wakes up locked in a room. And she discovers that this guy that she liked so much that she was kind of falling for, his main source of income is procuring lady meat for a network of ultra rich people who are cannibals. So he fucking kidnaps ladies, cuts off their meat bits, and mails them off to millionaires. It is a fucking trip and a half, that movie. It's wild. Would recommend. It's very, very cool. Again, killer performance. Sebastian Stan does some shit you've never seen him do before, I promise. It's very cool. I got a real fucked up theme so far on this list. Huh.
You watch some fucked up shit, but
Yeah, because next on my list is Barbarian.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
As I was thinking about Lee's list, I was like, these are going to be all those movies that he was like, okay, I can't tell you much about it, but it's fucked up.
Yeah. Barbarian is fucking dope, you guys. It's on HBO Max now. Have any of you guys watched it yet?
No.
Okay. Well, then, I won't say anything. But watch Barbarian. Barbarian essentially resets 40 minutes into it and becomes a different movie. And it really, really fucking works. It's fantastic. I cannot recommend Barbarian enough. So go check that shit out. It's on the HBO Max. Watch that. Next, I put down a combo pack of X and Pearl, which is a kick-ass double feature that you can now watch as a double feature. Ty West got the first two parts of his Pearl trilogy are out now. The next one comes out this year sometime, starring Mia Goth, who I had known of her, but I'd never really been super blown away by her. But like these are star-making performances for Mia Goth.
That's the gif of the crying lady.
Yes. The gift of the crying lady it's the last shot of the movie. And I guess it was just improvised, and she just held it and just held this insane smiling cry for like 4.5 minutes, and they just played the credits over it. It's so fucking creepy. So creepy. It's an excellent fucking movie. She plays Maxine and Pearl in X, and then plays a young Pearl in Pearl. So she wears these crazy head-to-toe prosthetics to play old Pearl in X, and it's a fucking wild-ass ride. And Jenna Ortega is also in X and does a phenomenal performance as well. Unconventional horror movies, but definitely worth watching.
And she's in the new Scream coming up.
I think she was
She
the
was
last
in the
one,
last
too.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's also in season 2 of You on Netflix, which is a fucking phenomenal show, which is coming back in a few weeks. I'm very excited about.
Oh, yeah, with the pedophile.
Yeah, but that's not what the show's about. Thank God. No.
Well, I mean, doesn't he play kind of a sex pest in that show?
Oh, he's not a sex.
He's not
a stalker.
pedophile. Yeah, I mean,
No.
he's a sex pest in the sense that he stalks these women and essentially forces his way into their lives, but not children.
Well, I was talking
no.
specifically about Crystalia.
Yeah, Chris D'Elia plays a guy who turns out to be incredibly close to his real life persona.
Yeah. The pedophile.
Yeah, it's not great. Not great. But he gets dead, though, so it's okay.
Remember when they Cavill's mustached him out of that Army of the Dead movie?
That's right.
Fucking guy.
Nothing to see here. Just fucking what's her name? The one that replaced him? Fucking I forget, man. My brain is mush.
I did not see that movie. I have no idea.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Jose would get me.
Okay. Now.
Hey, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Sorry, I was making shower spaghetti.
All right. Now
Covered in tortellini.
This one's a big shift in tone, but you got to hear me out. All right. Fucking
Avatar 2: The Way of Water.
The Lost City.
Don't.
The Lost City, the one with Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, that movie's fucking great.
That is great. That was this year? That was 2022? Okay, well, shout out Lost City. I would have put it on my list, but I thought it was 2021 for some reason.
I was shocked at how fucking fun The Lost City is.
It is a 90s comedy in 2022.
Yeah. Just big goofy set pieces. Everybody's having a good time. Like, it's funny and the action is good. I know. I did not expect to come out of that movie being like, I kind of love that. It was great.
Okay,
Super
so
fucking
fun. The elevator pitch for Lost City is Sandra Bullock is like a Harlequin romance novel writer about like Indiana Jones type adventures. And then Channing Tatum is the cover model. And then fucking Daniel Radcliffe kidnaps Sandra Bullock because he thinks she has actual knowledge of a treasure. And then Channing Tatum goes to save her. Right? Did I get that all correct? Yes.
Yeah. It's so stupid,
Mm-hmm.
but it is so much fucking fun. Like, it's great.
Shout out Juggalo John in the chat. Tig Notaro. They replaced Chris D'Elia with Tig Notaro in that Army of the Dead movie.
There you go. But no, I don't know where Lost City is streaming, but you should check it out if you haven't. It's a fucking
on
blast.
Netflix.
Yeah, it's real fucking fun. And I did not expect it to be that much goddamn fun. And then next up, I'm going with the Batman. I think the Batman fucking holds up to a level of scrutiny that most Batman movies do not.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a solid picture.
We were worried.
Uses we were worried, and it's
especially
just
with
this
that
side of perfect.
Especially with that 3-hour runtime, but it moves booty.
It uses every fucking minute of that runtime to its utmost potential. Like, it's a lot of times you walk out of a movie like that and you're like, oh, well, they could have cut away this, or if it's a Star Wars movie, you could have been like, they could have taken out the entire second act and nothing would have changed. But man, the Batman is rock solid. Great fucking picture. Really, really good.
Amazing cast.
Oh, wall to wall, an amazing cast. Just and
how was
the best?
Colin Farrell was not recognized by any of the award shows for the Batman, but he should have.
Oh no, it was great. And the Batman, I think, is hands down the best Bruce Wayne stuff that there's ever been in a Batman movie. Mostly because he doesn't
a fucking
give
weirdo.
and he himself doesn't give a fuck about Bruce Wayne. Like, he's completely uninterested in being Bruce Wayne until he has that moment where he realizes he kind of has to be both of them. It's very, very good. It's a great arc. Phenomenal fucking picture. And then I'm going to close out with Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery.
Oh, number one with a bullet.
That was so
yeah.
good.
Like I said, maybe not. Like I said, these aren't necessarily in order.
Oh,
but
okay.
The Glass Onion was definitely the one that I saw most recently because it hit Netflix towards the tail end of the year. But man, I love Knives Out. It was one of my favorite movies the year it came out, and Glass Onion is no exception. I've always been a sucker for a whodunit. They're just the script is so fucking tight. Killer ensemble cast. Like it keeps you guessing, but when in Knives Out, like when you get the reveal, when you find out, like it doesn't, for as preposterous as it is, it doesn't ever like strain credulity.
No.
You're like, oh, I buy it. It's crazy, but yeah, I get it. All the pieces fit. It's great, and it allows you to go back and watch it a second time, knowing what you know, and it just adds just fucking layers on layers to it. Very, very good.
They've been
Those
playing...
are the best mysteries by far, when everything you needed to have to solve it was right in front of your face. And they're like, surprise, you missed it.
They've been
And
playing
they do a
the
thing
first
in-
movie on TNT, and just because Glass Onion was so good, I was watching it on TNT even with commercials, and I did not realize that like the maid or whatever of the grandfather is the sister from Righteous Gemstones.
Yes, she is. Yep.
Fucking blew my mind. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit. I thought Righteous
it's great.
Gemstones was the first time I had seen her in anything.
Well, it's because she falls so hard into being Judy Gemstone, and she's just ugly inside and out when she's Judy Gemstone. She's a phenomenal actress. But like with Knives Out, they kind of do this part in the middle where they sort of take you back and kind of show you the stuff that you didn't see before. And in some movies, that could be a real cop out, but it's done so beautifully that like you're just every time they show something else, like, oh fuck, oh yeah, fuck yeah, that's right, Josh, son of a bitch, it's great, so good, just reveals after reveals. Yeah, there's my list, and I stand by it.
List.
Fucking
Eclectic.
yeah. Like me, I'm an eclectic individual. Eclectic,
list-
eccentric. I'm all them X's.
Bunch of
It
psycho
points to some
shit,
trauma, Lee.
a superhero movie, and a classic whodunit.
Yeah. All right, so what you got, Mahoney?
All right. So again, I did not put my list in any sort of order. I also did not see nearly as many movies in 2022 as I have seen in the past. So I'm going to start out with the trio of Marvel movies and give some love to Doctor Strange and Thor: Love and Thunder and Wakanda Forever. Probably, I think out of the three of them, the one I enjoyed the most was Doctor Strange, but that's because I'm a Scarlet Witch person, so
Yep.
no surprise there. They're fine. They're great. Like, they're a Marvel movie. It's always going to be a good time. They're not the best Marvel movies that they've ever made, but it's always a good time. So they're definitely on the list somewhere. Plus, I haven't seen a lot of movies. Beyond that, like Sonic 2. Sonic 2 was a real good time.
Hell yeah, Sonic 2.
Sonic 2 is actually really good.
Sonic 2 is really good with Idris Elba, Knuckles. Like, it's a great, great time. So, definitely enjoyed that. I also have Glass Onion on my list. That was probably my favorite movie of the year, looking back on the year. But again, I don't have a lot to choose from. Prey. You didn't mention Prey.
I did
Prey
not
was a
mention
great
Prey.
That's what you
Yeah,
get for
no,
going
Prey
through your
belongs on there.
Fandango history, buddy.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
got to check Hulu.
Prey belongs on there. That shit's fantastic.
That was a great time. And then I will say, for all the old man love it gets, Top Gun Maverick was pretty cool. That was a good time. I enjoyed that.
You
Remember,
know who fucking loves Top Gun Maverick?
Yeah, old men.
My beautiful wife. She has seen that movie
Really?
no less than 3 times.
Really?
Yeah.
I would
She
not
saw
have
that shit in the
suspected.
theater twice. Neither did I. I had no fucking idea. I couldn't believe it.
And then the one I'm going to throw out that we haven't talked about and is a bit out there, and I don't know if a lot of people have seen it, but there was this movie, I think it was like an Amazon movie. I don't even know. It's called Samaritan. It's this bizarre, like, direct-to-streaming movie.
It's an Amazon
starring
movie. Yeah, it was Stallone, right?
Stallone and this little
Yeah.
kid. And I will give you I will essentially spoil the movie for you because in the first 30 seconds you will all know where it is going.
Okay.
The movie starts out and it's like, long ago there were two twin brothers, one a superhero, one a supervillain, and they fought to the death and they both died. And like it's been a real shame ever since. And like they end their little thing from there. And then this kid meets his neighbor and he's like, "Oh shit. That's Samaritan, the good guy. And I'm going to be his best good guy friend. Like we're going to be buds." And then these bad guys come and kidnap that kid for I don't remember what reason. And you figure out that no, that's not Samaritan, that's the bad guy. Like Samaritan died, it's the other brother who's alive. And so like evil Sylvester Stallone is like, "Hey, what are you doing with my good guy friend? Give him back," and just beats the shit out of like the mafia. It's great. It was a fun time.
Sounds good.
Well, I need to get that a shot. All right.
Yeah.
Too many movies.
It's worth a watch.
Yeah, it's on my list.
Let's
It
watch.
was on my list for sure.
Too much content.
And after scrolling extensively through the Wikipedia list of movies released in 2022, I do believe that's every movie I watched in 2022.
Fair enough, man. All right, what you got, Kelly?
What do I have? I don't know. Hang on. Let me open the notes app. There we go. Number 6, Moonfall.
Oh my god.
Fucking Moonfall.
Evil Moon. It was everything I wanted and more. What a dumb fucking movie. Such a good just throwback to the disaster movie era. Ugh, fantastic.
It is really funny because that guy made a movie about some crazy natural disaster or not even natural disaster, but just some disaster every year for like 5 years.
Homie, that guy made a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, he
It's
sure
bad.
did.
It's bad. Bad movie.
Yep.
But then he made the moon bad, and it was fun.
What if Godzilla rode the moon?
Fuck yeah, let's go. Moonfall 2, Godzilla's here.
Godzilla's riding the moon, but it's like a crescent moon.
Yeah. Mac
Like the cowboy on the bomb.
Yeah. He's like the DreamWorks kid.
Yeah. Number 5, Nope. Nope was a really good movie. Really cool
good.
alien designs. Just
Shit, that movie's about aliens?
it is. Just
I
a
gotta
really
watch that.
interesting movie overall. And they do the Akira slide in there, so that was cool. Number 4, the
one thing that
Batman.
I couldn't figure out like what the point was for all the chimp sitcom stuff. I feel like I'm missing something. I didn't mind it was there, but I'm like, what was the purpose of all that stuff? Gotta
Because
watch it again.
fucking Glenn from Walking Dead thought he could tame the animals, so he was like, I'm going to tame this big old alien.
Right. But
Yeah.
that didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't really work out the first time either.
Yeah, right. Neither time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big dummy.
So that's why it was there.
Okay.
We did it. Number 4, the Batman.
Yes.
Big weirdo. I like him.
Fuck yeah.
Paul Dano's currently writing a prequel comic. That's pretty solid.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, that's
That's a
right.
weird sentence.
I mean, who would know the
Riddler,
character
year one.
better than either him or the fucking writer of the movie?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's pretty solid so far. It's, I think, just 2 issues in of 5, I want to say. Number 3, Jackass Forever.
I love the scene, man. I love the scene in the Batman, just where they've captured the Riddler, and Batman goes there and he's all like, "Oh, fucking Bruce Wayne, And he goes all this diatribe of Bruce Wayne and looks at Batman. It's like, don't you fucking hate that guy? And he's like, woo! Yeah, fuck Bruce Wayne.
Hey, Riddler,
Such
you
good
got
scene.
any songs you want to sing me real fast?
Yeah.
And then Batman beats up an army of incels.
Sure does. Straight up.
Tremendous.
Bunch of Ben Shapiro fans.
Yeah. Number 3, Jackass Forever. It was the movie we needed. It is also a kaiju movie.
Yeah, it was.
What a great time at the movie theater.
Yeah, I still think what's the guy's name? Dark Star? The one kid's dad?
Dark Shark.
Dark Shark, yeah. He's like, my old man, he's like, from the hood, so he just, likes hood shit. He's like, he's not going to be a fan of what we do here today. It's like, all right, man.
You didn't like that bird.
He sure did not like that bird. Turns out they do not have buzzards in the hood.
Nope. Number 2, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Wait. I want to make sure everyone knows this is Jose 2 and
Oh,
not
Jose 2.
Mahoney. They called it a kaiju movie. Kelly just did because it was circumcised.
Yep. It's true.
I still have not seen Everywhere and Everything All at Once. I need to fucking
Yeah,
watch
me
that.
neither.
You fucking
gotta
need
see
to
that.
see it. It's
HBO
tremendous.
Max.
It's a movie you got to pay attention to, Kelly.
Yeah.
It actually, it really is.
We've been looking
need
for
to go
3
back.
hours
No
to
shit.
watch it, but it's apparently 2 hours and 40 minutes long, so got to start it early.
Is it really that
Yeah.
long? Fuck. Doesn't feel like it. I would have guessed it was like 2. Yeah. Incredible movie. Great action. So well written. Can't recommend it enough.
Fucking
And just-
Short Round from Indiana Jones won a Golden Globe for Everywhere, All at Once.
He deserves it. So much shit you've just never seen before in that movie.
Yeah, I got to watch that one.
Yeah, it's so good. It really should be my number 1. But my number 1 is Shin Ultraman. Because
Yeah,
it's a big, cool Ultraman movie.
I was about to say, there was
Yeah.
not nearly enough Japan shit on this list.
Yep. I didn't see much new Japan shit this year. Shin Ultraman just came in under the wire. I saw it like last week in the theaters, but it was released in 2022, and I watched a real shitty bootleg a couple months ago.
You saw some new Japan shit a couple weeks ago. They did Wrestle Kingdom.
Yes, that's true. You goofy goober. Yeah, Shin Ultraman's great. It really feels like the guy who I get my shit from Japan from, he described it best as it feels like an Ultraman movie that was produced by Adult Swim.
Cool.
Like, it's just like the pace that it moves at is insane. Like they're just constantly throwing shit at you and just like, you better keep up. Here's all this weird monster shit. Like, all right, cool. Now we're moving on to this thing. All right, here's this guy. Cool. You got it. All right, done. We're over here now. Like
That
they
sounds
cover
awesome.
so much ground in this movie.
Yeah, I just could not make it happen to get out to see it last week, and I was real bummed out about it.
Shouldn't have gone to go see Skinamarink.
Well, that was a completely different day. It was only here for like 2 days. It was like Wednesday and Thursday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What you doing
You gotta
Wednesdays?
get yourself a movie pass, Lee.
Yeah, what are you doing on Wednesdays? You don't work at a comic shop. I took off work to go see this.
Did they bring
Like,
back
my wife is
A-List
working
at AMC?
80 hours a week.
Did they bring back A-List?
Yeah, A-List is back, and the Regal's got one. Like, it's just a matter of just having the time to go. Just 'cause, like, so right now my wife's working fucking 12 hours a day. It's ridiculous.
That's
someone's-
you gotta
someone's
bring,
gotta-
you bring Jax with you.
Someone's got to parent these thug-ass kids.
Yeah, let the movie parent them.
That's how we all got to be where we are.
That is true.
Yeah,
That did work out.
yeah.
Remember,
Nothing
I
wrong
saw
with me
Nancy
at
Drew
all.
that time. It was me, and it was two lesbians and then their daughter, and they were hitting the vape,
Yep.
and they sat directly in front of me, even though the entire theater was empty. So it's a good time. You can bring the kids.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Your kids love Japan shit.
Nancy Drew got terrorized by a pig.
You know, it was a fucking school night.
It was they were showing it at 7 p.m.
School night.
Not here.
Yeah, your kids definitely seem like a.
They were
routine
showing it at
bedtime
7 p.m.
for-
everywhere.
Yeah, but I gotta put my kid to bed. Jax has to go to bed at 8 o'clock, or else shit is bad the next day. And the theater that was showing it's an hour away.
All right, we gotta sit down, Jax, and have a talk about this bedtime nonsense.
Oh, believe me, he's on board. He's on your side. I do not need to have that conversation.
We're sitting down, both your kids. Jax, we're messing with your bedtime, making it better. Zoe, you're marrying the boy from the toy shop.
The toy boy.
It's decided.
Get on board or get out.
Yeah. And that's my list.
Damn solid list, Kelly. Solid fucking list.
Thank you.
All right, take us home, Knives. What you got?
Shout out to the number of documentaries we watched over this past year that I'm probably not remembering, but you know, some of them were movies, some of them were probably like 2-3-part series, but I can't remember many of them right now. But we watched the fucking Abercrombie and Fitch documentary, both of the Woodstock documentaries. Shout out to those. And then lastly, this one's kind of more of a shout out because it's a 2022 movie, but we only recently watched it in 2023. We were scrolling through Disney Plus, and they have this documentary called Fire of Love about two volcanologists, people that study volcanoes, that were a couple. The only
I saw a trailer for that. Yeah.
It's fucking wild. The only volcanologist couple in the world at the time, and they took photos and film of every volcano they went to. So they've got it. That's basically what the documentary is. Is a compilation of all their film and photos and talking about their story. But they found each other because they both get off by how close you can get to a fucking volcano. Like,
now, did they die in a volcano?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, they did. But they kind of talk about that where it's like that's the plan. We don't want to die of old age. You know, we're constantly going to these volcanoes and trying to, you know, we're living on the edge. Sometimes I think at one point they talk about, you know, you could just jump in and it'd be all over and you would be one with the fucking volcano. But, you know, it's just a couple of real weirdos who dedicated themselves to this very mysterious and powerful thing, and they just jet set. And there is some really cool footage of volcanoes just oozing and playing in the lava and shit. The one dude wanted to get a kayak built with like the same things they build the space shuttle with, and kayak down a lava flow, but it never happened. His wife wasn't on board. So that it's a National Geographic documentary, but it is on Disney Plus. Smoke a joint and watch it. I highly recommend. Nothing like watching.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailer for that one in the theater, being like, I bet I know how that movie is.
yeah.
Just taking a wild guess. I think I see where this was going. Jesus.
All right, my list proper. My number 6, Jerry and Marge Go Large. It's Bryan Cranston and Annette Bening as an old retired couple, and they figure out a flaw in the lottery, and they exploit it to improve their community. They like make a public fund using their lottery winnings to better the city that they live in, and they kind of get the whole town behind it. So they all put a little scratch in, and it's very cool. Talking about Lost City, yeah, it's wholesome, but it's also got the same kind of 90s comedy feeling of Lost City. Like this is the kind of movie that you don't really see these days. So it was a nice little throwback. Early on in the year, we watched The Eyes of Tammy Faye, which is the Tammy Faye Baker, Jim Baker biopic with Jessica Chastain and Andrew Garfield. And apparently Jessica Chastain is like, if there is a biopic out there of some chick named Tammy, my agent better be calling me, because she also played fucking Tammy Wynette in a I think a miniseries with Michael Shannon as George Jones was her husband?
George Strait?
George, whatever. She was the Stand By Your Man chick. But yeah, Eyes of Tammy Faye is fucking wild. She's wearing some real cartoony prosthetic makeup at one point, because Tammy Faye was a weird looking chick. But
yeah, that's putting it nicely.
It's been a while since I watched it, but if I remember correctly, she jerks off Spider-Man in a bathtub at one point.
Oh, all right.
My number 4, Glass Onion. We've talked about it. It's great. Please make more. Continue. Brian Johnson has a show coming out on Hulu called Poker Face with Natasha Lyonne. I'm all about it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in it. There's a bunch of people. I assume some of the Ryan Johnson regulars will make appearances. My number 3.
I'm into it.
I really enjoyed Thor: Love and Thunder. I thought it was a fun time. That whole opening with the crazy Raven people.
Yeah.
They definitely were trying to make a Flash Gordon movie, and they succeeded, in my opinion. It was fun. Sure, the CGI is shitty. Having to rush through Jane's story in one movie sucks. And now Thor's just a fucking single dad, I guess. It was a fun
single
time.
dad out in space.
Shout out to one of my favorite bits in the movie when they're walking in the city of the gods, and Korg is just pointing out the different gods. He's like, oh, there's the god of this, there's the god of that, there's the god of this, and oh, there's the god of carpentry, and they don't cut away to the god of carpentry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fucking love that bit. My number 2, Prey. Lee, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
I fucked up.
Going back to Willow, which I give credit to Willow for trying something different. And that is definitely what Prey did, was trying something different with a legacy IP. And fuck. Come on. Why isn't there another... Why... Prey 2 should be streaming right now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, they should be just moving the Predators through fucking history. Yeah, and I want to see one a year.
We pitched a whole bunch of Predator movies.
We sure did.
All be
It's
making
unlimited.
those.
It's as many as you want.
Fox, Predator is essentially under Disney now. Get Kevin Feige to do the Predator universe and have like 5 of those in production at the same time, and lay off the Marvel movies.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And then my number 1 with a bullet.
I'm at a stage now where if it was like, okay, here's the thing. We're going to have to pump the brakes on the Marvel stuff to make more Predator stuff. I'm like, good, let's go.
Yes.
Do it. If they're like Prey, let's fucking do it.
And meanwhile, treat your visual effects artists better.
Yeah. Maybe get on that too, yeah.
My number 1 with a bullet, the fucking Batman, you guys.
Fuck yeah, the Batman.
Remember every time he gets like shot and he gets so mad and he just beats the fuck out of him?
Yeah, he takes getting shot real personally.
He doesn't like it. It feels bad, and he wants to inflict that feeling on hapless thugs. Mentally ill poor people.
And just the fucking the sound the car makes in the theater just lights you off. So good. Movie rocks.
The whole staging of the opening with Riddler hiding in the house, like there's that first shot of the binoculars, and you're like, "What the fuck is this? Is it Batman's watching this guy?" And then Riddler's just there, and just beats the shit out of him with a carpet tool.
It's fucking great. Such a good movie.
Another one where, why aren't there 7 of those right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the bullshit.
I do appreciate that James Gunn is keeping his fucking hands off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that
Hey,
his hands wouldn't benefit, but he understands. This is
I think
dude's
that's why
thing.
he's such a good choice, because he's not like a super like egotistical dude. Like, he's a creative guy, you know, and he'll let people be creative and do cool shit when their stuff makes sense, because he is a creative dude, and he what is it? He gives a shit about these characters. That's what they've been missing the whole time over there. That's the problem, you know. I think it'd be good.
He just wants to make a Superman movie. He already made one when he didn't have the keys to the kingdom. Now he can make an actual legit Superman movie. Of course he's going to do that. Of course he's going to fucking fire everyone previously involved. And like, this is mine now.
It's a damn shit. Like I said, you gotta, you know. Sorry to see the baby get tossed out with the bathwater, Henry Cavill, but you know, the bathtub was the toilet and the baby was covered in shit.
And we have a
It had to
chance
go.
to have a successful live-action Superman series for the first time in 40 years.
Ever.
40 years, yeah.
Because I
Which is
love
crazy
Man of
because
Steel.
that-
I'll go to bat for Man of Steel every time. But you cannot tell me that that is a successful Superman series by any means.
Bad, shitty movie.
Yeah. The fucking CW Superman show is actually pretty damn good, and like does Superman stuff way better than any of those movies did on a shoestring budget comparatively. It's ridiculous.
Kelly, Juggalo John thought that you were going to put Northman on your list.
It was very close. That and Prey just barely missed out on my list, but I had to make room for Moonfall.
Of course.
Evil Moon.
Respect your choices.
Yeah,
Kelly.
you got to
Respect
stick
it.
to the bit.
Yeah.
No harm.
So what's up? Are we going to put 2022 out of its misery next week and do TV shows?
Sure,
Yeah,
we'll
I
do
think so.
TV shows
Yeah.
Because I
next
tell
year.
you what,
Yeah.
I've watched a lot more fucking TV shows than I have movies.
I thought I didn't watch much TV, but then I thought about it and was like, oh yeah, I have seen stuff.
Yeah.
I've
We'll
been
do
to
that.
restaurants.
We'll do that. Nah. So yeah, next week we'll do top 6 TV of 2022, and then we'll get off with this bullshit and do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
Vibe.
what we'll do.
Top 6 of January 2023.
Oh god, now I got the hiccups. I gotta go. It just came. All right. So join us next week. We'll talk about TV. Yeah, that's about it. Hopefully Jose will be back, wherever the hell he is. Fucking throw a dart, land on a map. That's where he is. It could be anywhere. Yeah. So we'll be back at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. YouTube.com/PanelsOnPages next week. For Jason Nyes, Kelly Harris, and my good buddy Mahoney, I am the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Talk to you guys next week. Night. Love you. Bye-bye.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
Fucking Google something.
Demonetize this.
Holy shit.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
I didn't want to say it.
Demonetize this.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
Demonetize this.
You fucking
Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
Why you keep bugging us, you two?
Demonetize this.
you fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.